carbon dust, fluorescent rays. Placed him in a garden plush after 7 days of passing.
Blood and flesh is always so expensive, but when you sacrifice the body, you can get this. Consciousness expense is exponential, while your union is eternal and intensive. Butterfly effect is so connected. You see that I'm a wreck, are you affected? Your energy is here, you're so detected. Your body's gone, it hurts, but I accept it. Bow to all the angels of the sky, and I bow to that one spirit by my side. I bow to the unfathomable most high. Now if I speak the name, I'd be a lie. Think of all the ones they say moved on. I'd be a fool to think that they are gone. Should be a rule for us to say that they live on. Think it's rude for us to ignore them when they gone. Thought I saw you in a shadow on the wall. Is that you? I see you standing down the hall. If I could turn back time, I would and make it stop. Help me focus, hold me up, don't let me fall. You are with me. You are with me. Couldn't leave you if I wanted to. Can't you see I wanna stay with you? You are with me. You are with me. Couldn't leave you if I wanted to. Can't you see I wanna stay with you? You are with me. You are with me. Baby, I wanna stay with you. Baby, I wanna stay with you. You are with me. You stay with me. Couldn't leave you if I wanted to. Eternally, I'm gonna stay with you. I'm gonna stay with you. Stay with you. 'Cause you are with me. You stay with me. The angels in the sky. The angel by my side. You are with me.
Like the video, thumb up the video.
Peace. Once again, assalamu alaikum, hotep, namaste, shalom, all the greetings of love and light. To the darkest minds of the light, we're doing a back-to-back. So thank you so much, Caleb and Jason, for saying yes. Please subscribe. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I've been doing this series called Visionaries. I love to bring in especially some of the minds that I really love collaborating with. Sakina Ra, Doc Too Sweet, Lady Kier, the list goes up, Gemini the Goddess, all the people and the sisters, even the men. Keon will come on here, yeah. I'd say Keon is a supporter of the Visionaries, but I do like his mind. What I'm trying to say is I've been doing a series called Visionaries, and that's what I strive to be, a visionary. And I like to interact with people who also have a like mind. We talk about consciousness a lot. So I want to align my frequencies in this consciousness, in the universal consciousness, with people who align with me. Now, aligning with me doesn't always mean that they have to agree with everything I say. But if they have a common goal,
which is to be their best selves spiritually, in health, the material body, the mind, emotion, and even financially, relationship wise, everything. I want to be around people who have those same goals as me. With that said, that brings me to my topic. Yes, extremely intelligent sisters and extremely intelligent brothers like yourself and your wife and Jason and everyone else who comes in. So let's get back to the topic now. I really want to show you something that I saw on Facebook. Not so much. Oh, thank you, Caleb. You're so sweet. Yes, I do love that song. And I did write that. That's my own original writing. I did a collaboration with Killer Priest, but he wrote his part. I wrote my part. And I think it's a beautiful song for people who are thinking about, the afterlife. But I digress. Caleb, don't distract me. No, thank you. So I was cruising through Facebook, and I'm going to show you a post that I saw. And it wasn't the post that so much caused me to start this stream, but the comments from the men in the post. And y'all, I'm not trying to be labeled as a feminist, so this is going to be I'm going to try my hardest to listen to other people's perspective. In the chat, I'll drop the link if people want to come in and comment, give their 2 cents or 3 cents or entire dollar. They can do that. Okay, so I'm going to share this post with you. And then I'm going to go through the comments. So let's go to Facebook. Fair use. I really want to hear from the men. And then, of course, I always want to hear from the women, but I really want to hear from the men. Am I tripping, or is there something just bizarre going on lately? Is there something in the water or what? So this is Bernice Burgos. And Bernice Burgos is obviously, she's a public figure. And the post says, Bernice Burgos kept saying a man has to send her $500 to show he cares. The man who made the post puts a laughing, like a I'm dead emoji, because he's laughing. So let me make sure I'm sharing it. Let me see if I can blow it up. Oh boy. Okay, let's see here. I really genuinely want to hear what's going on. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just too traditional. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, so to speak, when it comes to male roles and female roles. But I want to see what's going on here. So here it is. I'm trying to blow it up so you can actually see it. Fair use, YouTube. Oh, I can't blow it up anymore. Okay. This is the most I can blow it up. But hopefully you can hear it. I'm going to start it. Let's listen to this. And this isn't going to be a long stream unless it goes long, but I need to say my piece on this.
Here's $500. Go and get yourself some more panties. How you know I need some?
Panties cost
Oh,
$500.
I checked your drawer.
That's what I be doing.
You know, just the little details. If I'm in the supermarket and I'm talking to you, or you text me, hey, what are you doing? I'm in the supermarket, and you send me like $500. That's like, whoa. You're thinking. It's just little stuff like that.
It's little though.
But if you know the little small things and you say, babe, here's $500. Go and get yourself some more panties. How you know I need some?
Panties cost
Oh, I
$500.
checked your drawer.
That's what I be.
Okay, so far, this guy's hilarious when he's like, panties cost $500. Yeah, they do. So do bras. So does a lot of stuff. I mean, but the brother obviously is tripping off of her, and he's bringing it to the audience. Like, can you believe her? She's actually saying a man that she's interested in, and a man that is interested in her, she's saying it's great for that he's thinking about her to where he's considerate, and he calls her up and contacts her and says, hey, what are you doing? Oh, you're in the store? Oh, I sent you some money. Now, of course, some brothers may not be able to afford $500. Whatever a brother could afford, maybe he would say $20. Maybe he'd say, I don't know, 15. But my point, her point, and my point is, because I get what she's saying, it says a lot that a man really values you and is interested in you seriously. It's just a no-brainer. Let me take that back. Some brothers just are like that. If they're interested in you just that much, they'll be like, oh, I cash apped you, or oh, I sent you money. Oh, go check your account. And these brothers that I read in the comments were calling one of the brothers in particular, and I am calling you out, brother. You know, I have respect for you, but I do not have respect for the comment. You're like comparing what she's saying to prostitution. So that's why I wanted to go live and talk to the brothers about this. Like, am I tripping, or have we gone this far to where men think it's prostitution if a woman says a man, a gesture of a man giving her money is prostitution? Let's listen.
You know, just the little details. If I'm in the supermarket and I'm talking to you, or you text me, hey, what are you doing? I'm in the supermarket, and you send me like $500, that's like, whoa. You thinking it's just little stuff like that.
I mean, even she said, you send me $500. I'm like, whoa. She didn't go like, yeah, that's what I thought. You better send it. So obviously she's grateful. So like, let's keep listening. Let's listen one more time, then I'm gonna take you to the comments.
Hold on. But if you know the little small things and you say, babe, here's $500, go and get yourself some more panties.
Now she's talking about when you're in a relationship. He says, babe, here's $500, go get yourself some more panties. And then she says to him, how'd you know? And then the guy says, I checked your lingerie drawer. That's awesome. Like, it's not just about the money. It's that he's actually caring and thoughtful. And let's be real, he's enjoying those panties on you. Listen.
How you know I need some?
Panties cost $500.
I checked your drawer.
That's what I be doing.
You know, just the little details. If I'm in the supermarket and I'm talking to you, or you text me, hey, what are you doing? I'm in the supermarket, and you send me like $500, that's like, whoa. You thinking it's just little stuff like that.
Okay, so now let's go to the comments. He's hilarious though, how he's like, that's not little though. So I said that happens to me throughout my life, and that's all real facts. That's how I was raised. I mean, some people. So I'm not saying that if a woman disagrees with that she's not raised in a good way or a bad way. But with me, what I've witnessed, men shower women with gifts, and my father was always buying something for my mom. I mean, everything, bringing her things, buying her things. So I witnessed that from my father. And then the women in my life, my aunts, that they were the same way. Men on both sides, my dad's side, aunts, and my mom's side. So I just want to make this clear though. How much money a woman makes and how much money a woman has coming into her bank account has zero to do with what a man wants to do for her. I got to repeat that because I noticed something's weird in I don't know if it's the online community and it's trickling offline onto like the real world, so to speak, the offline community. But I don't get it with men, and Black men lead the way because we are the trendsetters. I don't get it with men like freaking out off of having to, or that's part of the dating game and the man getting woman game and the relationship game. I don't understand why men are so upset about having to actually pay for women and keep that level of that duty up. I'm just, let me look at brother-in-law. Let's see what we're doing here. Extremely strong until, okay, peace, brother-in-law, peace. I thought I saw Benita in here. Let me see. Did I see Benita? Oh, I must have wanted to see Benita. Okay, let's see. Random women or your wife, girlfriend? Good question, brother-in-law. Well, and I can drop the link. Brother-in-law, I got a little crazy last time, but brother-in-law, you know we like hearing from you. I do, and I would love to hear from your queen. Both, actually. You know, different, not random. I wouldn't say random. No, not random. When you say random, I think you meant like, oh, he met her, he finds her attractive, he wants to see what she's about. So I'd say, brother-in-law, dating, I'd call it dating and relationship together. I think that if a man is dating a woman and if a man is then he has to continue it through. I agree with this sister, but let's look at the it's definitely an online thing. Caleb says, I never seen this in real life personally. Okay. What part haven't you seen? A woman getting like a man thinking about her, and she said $500. I mean, that's really not unreasonable for someone who, like, you know, in her circle, but don't trip off the number. She's saying just men thinking, oh, let me do something for you. So brother-in-law says that's two different things, though. Well, maybe you can elaborate. You know, I'm really asking because I want to read this to you, brother-in-law and Caleb and all the brothers, Jason and sisters, because I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong, brother-in-law, because you obviously aren't going to do more for a woman you just met than you would do for your queen, the woman of your life. I agree. What I'm saying is like appropriately, you know what I'm saying? Like because before she was your queen, obviously she was a woman that you were interested in and were getting to know. I'm just saying, not just you, brother-in-law, but any man. So I'm speaking about, no, not just like, you know, every woman. That's corny kind of to me. But if the way she's saying it, the way you heard the young lady say it, her man basically, you know, her man, he says, what are you doing? She said, because obviously he can look it through her drawer. She said, he says, baby, I sent you $500. Go get you some more panties. She said, panties. And then she asked him, how do you know? He said, because I looked in your drawer. So obviously, brother-in-law, the answer would be she's in a real relationship with him, that he could go into her lingerie drawer. So peace my way. I heard that before. I've heard that. And I've heard it's not if you do. But I would say brother-in-law has a great question. Like who do you do that for? And that's something that we can discuss. But I'm tripping off of the brothers, tripping off of her, clearly saying it's just the little things, and then saying that her man would do that, you know, giving that hypothetical, and clearly talking about a man who could go in her lingerie drawer. So it's not just some guy that she's expecting off the random, like Brother Lau is asking. So let's look at the comments from the brothers, y'all. Let me clarify. Caleb said, to clarify, I never seen in real life a man have an issue with paying or sending money to someone you dating or especially married to unprompted. There you go. So I would say, Brother Law and Caleb, I see what your brothers are saying, and I agree with not just a lady like, ooh, who's she? I sent you $500, girl. You know, no. But if a man wants to do that though, and he has it, like my way said, it's not trick. It's tricking if you don't have it. opposite if he wants to do that. Like, that's not something where we should say, oh, he's a simp or he's this and that or a trick. Sometimes, though, men can get out of control and start wasting all their money. That's a different stream, y'all. I'm just talking basic. You love this topic? Thank you. I love this topic too. You know why? Because I really am confused. The brother that was making the comment, my brother, I'm putting EB in the brother on blast, Jeremiah, because he seems like such a great husband over the years. I've seen him, how he treats his daughters. And then when he compared this to prostitution, I was like, I got to talk to people on this. So I've been holding up for a minute. Let me read these comments, okay? This was funny to me, though. Can you read? You heard Joe Budden say, that's what I be doing. And Henry Daniel said, that's what I be doing. Shut the F up. See, he was, that made me laugh. But okay, let's read this. So here's my brother's comment. Ebionitis C. Nazarite Yermiyahu. Go follow this brother. He's usually pretty deep. I noticed he's getting a little bit more rugged with the ladies lately. But he said, let me tell you what he said, okay? And this isn't attacking him, but this is definitely something I want to discuss. He put prostitute, noun, a person, in particular a woman, who engages in sexual activity for payment. Y'all, let me look at the chat. Did you hear this woman say one single solitary word about doing an sexual favor? This is my issue. Like, oh, I'm so angry. Like, why every time a sister is just that's being a lady, by the way, for me, that's being a lady. You expect, if you're being a lady, because brothers, and that's in the title too, if she's beautiful, and if you think she's on the level where you find her very above average beautiful, and she's a lady, and you're vibing with her, you're feeling her. Why if she says, you know what, it would be nice to just know that my man or a man I'm in a relationship thinks about me, to where he put, oh, baby, check your Cash App. Don't trip off the 500. But like, baby, just check. Oh, hey, queen, I sent you something. And you even saw her go, oh, like, wow. Because she's not like these other women on the internet talking about, you better get that money. You better get that money. Yeah. She was like, oh, wow. Thank you. Why did this brother have to start calling her a pro? Like, why is he calling her a pro, to where he actually feels like he's teaching, getting the definition? It's so disgusting to me. Yeah, you're always welcome to hit the panel. Like I said, I'm not going to be up here all night, but I did want to get this out, and really, I seriously do want to hear from the brothers in this community, because especially the regulars, because I know I've talked to a lot of you. I don't know you, but I've talked to a lot of you. I thought this brother was on a certain level, but now to see him say this. So let me show you my response. So I said to the brother, so because a man takes care of a woman financially, you label her a pro? And then he's a Bible follower. So I said, the Bible says a man is supposed to do exactly what she's describing. Shake my head. What's happening to black men? I said that sincerely. I haven't looked at the replies, but let's see what they're saying to me. So he replied, in a certain regard, oh yeah, I did look at this one. In a certain regard, yes. So he agrees that a man is supposed to take care of his woman. Now remember, she's saying her man checked her lingerie drawer. So where is she being that? But anyway, he says, to a certain extent, let me expound. Paying a woman to be in a relationship. Did that woman ever say he has to pay me? She said, it's the little things. See, these brothers are so beat down by the bad choices of women that they've gotten with. that they have just taken that bad experience and they made every woman out after that woman that hurt them. Every other woman is also that woman. This woman didn't say anything about being paid to be in a relationship. He said she's not talking courtship neither. What are you talking about? She's not talking courtship. She's talking about a man who is in a relationship with her. And I'm going to say for myself, even if a man is trying to be in a relationship with you, but she's talking about a man who's in a relationship with her. Then he says, let's not get it twisted. Now, here comes the madness. There's no written agreements or accountability. What are you talking about? So they got to write down a written agreement that they love each other for her to justify saying it's nice when a man wants to buy me something or thinks about me needing something financially. Just pay her to get access. She did not say you got to pay me to get access. But again, the black man that is hurt by women, not all the black men, but most black men who are hurt by women, they start putting these labels, especially on attractive women. Then he goes in and says, is she a virgin? Now this is just getting ridiculous. Now he's just being silly. Is she a virgin? She's saying she's in a relationship with a man who can actually look into her dresser at her panty drawer. Then he said, nope. So virgin's tokens are out. Now he's talking about a woman having a virgin token. And then he goes and says, do not prostitute your daughter. Let me see what co-cipher, peace co-cipher. Let me take this down. What would you like to add? So I wanted y'all to see that comment. It's ridiculous. What would you like to add? Peace co-cipher.
Hey, I want to say peace to you, Nepal. I do like your speech where you talk strong. You know what I mean? So I didn't have too much to add. I just wanted to say peace to you, and I'm listening. I'm more listening more than talking. You know what I mean?
Thank you. So, I appreciate you. You are in the chat saying you like this topic. You said it's a good topic. What made you I'm not going to press you too much. So I know you just want to come in and show some love. We appreciate that. But why do you think it's a good topic? Do you see this happening? This misunderstanding, or give us just a little bit of your input.
Well, I grew up, I grew up in a 2-parent household. I was blessed to be able to have my mother and my father in my life at the same time. And a lot of my friends didn't have that. So I see kind of the goods and the bads of those relationships. So men and women, you know what I mean? We need to have some kind of, there's something blocking us from our greatness. And these type of conversations is a part of those things that block us. So we address it. We address it, and then it makes us stronger. It makes us have a better will. You know what I mean? I think men should be able to take, if you call yourself a man, you can't call yourself a man and not be able to be criticized. Women should be able to be criticized as well. You know what I mean? Yes. So I appreciate you to be able to be open to that conversation. So men need to be open to that conversation as well. So I appreciate the dialogue. It goes both ways. We got to talk to you. You got to talk to us.
Right. Thank you so much. Is it Eco Cipher?
It's Eco. Yes, Eco. It's like 2 different words. It's like Eco Cipher.
Thank
you. Like 3 different words.
I appreciate you coming in, and I hope you stay tuned in. Feel free to comment in the chat. Excuse me.
I always watch y'all. I always watch your content. You know what I mean? I'm subscribed. I don't think you have your own. I don't know. I'm not aware of your own. If you have your own page, but I'm always
I do.
To the house of content.
Caleb, can you drop the link to my channel so he can also subscribe to the Rise channel? I appreciate you so much, Eco Cipher. If you want to drop down and keep on commenting in the chat, I appreciate you. And hit the link in the chat when you see him share the link to my channel, so you can also subscribe to the Rise channel.
That's right.
We can push it on. Okay.
That's right. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I will. Thank you very much.
All right. Peace and love, brother.
All right.
All right. There you go. So the brother came in. He's right. We're both sides. I appreciate when I can speak how I see things about situations with the gender wars, and I also don't mind listening. Like I've said this before. I am acquainted with many of the pioneers of the manosphere and more introspective black men of reform. Black Ram is one of my, he's an OG, he's one of my acquaintances. I respect that brother. I understand their rhetoric. O'Shea Duke Jackson, the late great Kevin Samuels, Obsidian. Those are brothers who I've seen. They are very stern. They were fed up, but they still are fair with women. And I listen, and a lot of times they're not lying about the shenanigans that women are up to. So with that said, talking about the late great Kevin Samuels, what did Kevin say? He said, I don't care about your degree that much. I don't care about how much money you make. He said, your beauty and your weight and your appearance is first and foremost. So that's Kevin, what he said. He and a lot of men and women agreed with him, right? So here's the trade-off, my friends. If she is supposed to be a 7 and above and maintain that and be agreeable, that is what men seek out. Is it not fair to say, okay, and a woman is seeking out a high value man who she can who she can focus on her beauty, and she won't be cranky and stressed out because she doesn't know how to get this done and that done. And she will then therefore cater to him because he's protecting her. He's caring for her, tending to her needs in every way, financially, spiritually. He's present when they say, well, do you have a man? He's there. So why is it that we're okay? I'm saying men mostly, with the whole, she better look good, or she better not look like a busted can of biscuits in the body. Why is that fine? But men, a lot of men are just shocked that women expect men to take care of them, or at least think of them and make sure they're good financially. I don't have that issue, but I see a lot of women do. Did you drop the link though, Caleb? I don't see the link. Oh, yes, I do. Wait, no, I don't. Maybe you put it, I don't see it though, but can you repost it for me? I appreciate you. So let's finish looking at these comments, and then I think I'm going to just have this video available to be viewed, because this is crazy. Now this brother's in here calling this woman a PRO, a pro, because she said it'd be nice. That is not true. So he says, do not prostitute your daughters to cause her to be a garden tool, right? So then I said back to him, I said, men have given women gifts without the woman being a prostitute. King Solomon, because he's in the Bible, King Solomon gave gifts to a non-Israelite queen, and he wasn't with her when he met her. He already had it ready to go. He was waiting for her at the door. He had the horses and the money and the gold and everything, cattle. So then I said, let's stop being simple. Black men hate to be gentlemen these days. That's in general, not all black men, of course. I said, gentlemen buy gifts. They buy flowers. And this is what I want to go back to Brother Law and also what Caleb was saying. So gentlemen buy gifts. They buy flowers. Anything a woman wants when they are serious about her. She never mentioned for sex. Ugh. Okay, so I didn't read that yet. So this is what I want to say. When Brother Law was like, are we talking about a woman that he just met? Well, he said random, or a relationship. So it's like appropriate, right? When he first meets her, if he really is feeling her, they've talked a couple times. You know how, oh my gosh. Let me look in the chat. You know how much it is like for a woman to be like really being cool. I'm not talking about some woman that's trying to play you. Come on, brothers, that's a different stream. Y'all need to talk to each other about how to sniff out somebody who's trying to run game on you. We're not talking about real pros, because there are women right now on YouTube doing that, just stroking a man's ego to get what they want. If it's not even money, get clout. So I'm not talking about that. I mean, you two are really vibing like, dang, I really like her. Oh my God, we talked for like 3 hours when I just first was talking to her. All right, it was good. It wasn't anything inappropriate. She's so classy, fresh breath of fresh air. And she's like, he's so awesome, such a gentleman. No tackiness, no disrespect, just listening. So you're just getting to know each other, right? When she gets those flowers, or maybe during the conversation, she's like, wow, and this one book, and then somehow she gets an Amazon card in the mail for the price of the book, like, get this book for yourself. Or, like he emails it, not in the mail. I said in the mail, because you don't give him your address right away, right? But you know what I mean? He's like, here, go get the book and buy yourself something pretty. That is like a bomb drop for a real woman. I'm not talking about some woman who's like, oh, rubbing her hands together like, ooh, I found myself a new TRICK. And unfortunately, there are a lot of women out there like that. Just like I said, Black men are starting to not be gentlemen. I get it. They're encountering those types. But let's not let these men and these women mess it up for decent women and decent men, right? So when I said that to the brother, and I'm gonna look in the chat, but let me just read this part. Well, let me look in the chat and see what you guys say. I dropped it in Sonnetter Studio. Okay, Caleb, thank you. Caleb said, I want to be clear that I have no problem with that. The sister said 100% rock with that sentiment. This is a healthy relationship. Exactly. Then Caleb said, this is the right way to treat Black women. They deserve that and more so. Caleb is married, I'm assuming, to a Black woman. And again, this woman didn't say anything about a new guy. If he wants to get, because I'm in the defense of brothers who have heard that, yes, there are women out there saying, what you gonna buy me if you want me to come do this and that? No. She's saying it's the little things that count. She said, if I'm at the store and he says, I sent you 500, she's like, oh, wow, thank you. If I'm at the store and then my man says, baby, buy yourself some panties, here's 500. And she's like, how did you know? And then her that's obviously her man. I keep reiterating that. He said, because I checked your panty drawer. So all this stuff, when I see brothers just freaking out and trying to call her the prostitute, it's disgusting to me. It's sad too, because this is what we've become as men and women. So let me see what he said back. He said, King Solomon is the best example. He's a king. Well, see, this tells me that the women he encounters, when he gets with them and he treats them right, they should be treating him like a king. Now, if he's treating them like donkeys and kicking them in the butt, like on that one story with Balaam, then maybe he's not getting treated like a king. But obviously, if a man is sending you money just off rip saying, because I checked your lingerie drawer, baby, go get yourself something, she should treat you like a king. I'm not saying that's only why she treats you like a king. She should have already been treating you like a king. But he's like, oh, well, he's a king. Remember, he admitted whatever his biggest downfall was, having all those women. That has zero to do with him doing something for Queen Sheba. So see how he's like, women are bad. I hear what you're saying. However, King Solomon is not the best example. Yes, he is, because we're talking about men giving women gifts. Then he says, let's not miss the forest for the trees. A courtship is different. where there is paperwork. What is with this paperwork thing? So if you want to date somebody and you guys like each other, you got to have them write something down. This isn't practical. Where this woman has made a promise to be with you and your wife and a lifelong spouse. So the only way you can give a woman something is if she promises to be your wife. Now who's making crazy demands? This would even be better if she was a virgin. Why? Why would it be better if she's a virgin? If she's agreeable, she's obviously extremely attractive. If she's agreeable, she's totally into you and devoted to you, and she's loyal and faithful. What is he talking about? You meet her parents. I can't read all this. This is too much. This is silly. This is silly to me. So she has to meet his parents, and he meets her parents. She has to be a virgin. She has to sign something also when he's with her that he could do things for her. Lord. This is a woman that is not accountable to the man that gives her the money. How does he know that? We're going to listen to her again. That's what's in his mind because she's beautiful. And a lot of men out there are seeing beautiful women who are taking advantage of men, I guess. But anyway, he said to make matters even worse, she's not even, how do you say, a fiance or wife. Let's please not mix the theme here. I hear what you're saying, but those two are... Then he said something else. Dang, did I trigger him? He said, and yes, I'm sure black men hate being gentlemen to women. Why? However, I don't see anything wrong with a woman ministering in an institution of religion. This is not the right example for black men. My wife does not work. She does not have to. So he just contradicted himself. Your wife doesn't work. So would you want somebody to say what you said about this woman, about your wife? I don't even want to say it because I have a level of, I'm cordial with this brother. Why would you call this woman a prostitute who says it's nice for her husband or boyfriend or man to say, here's $500, but you have a wife that doesn't work? I make a good wage, even though she has a nursing degree. I said that. It doesn't matter if she has a nursing degree. It doesn't matter how much money she makes. A husband literally means keeper of the vine. Husband means when you're a husbandman in farming, you take care of the animals. So, of course, women aren't animals and plants, but the word husband means someone who cares for the wife. She chooses to stay home. I don't mind providing for her because she's promised to be a life mate and a spouse. I'm positive that she was not coming into the relationship just signing a paper before you did anything for her, because I don't think you're that kind of brother, Yirmiyahu. So I don't know. He says, just giving an unaccountable woman $500 is irresponsible. He didn't even catch what she said. Oh, Lord. Unfortunately, it paints the wrong picture, in my opinion. No, it doesn't. And this can be a manipulation of a man's pocket. She's not saying, she would clearly have said, girl, get your bag. Well, she said, it's the little things that count. To her, 500 is little because the environment that she lives in. And then she said it's a man she's with. He checked her panty drawer. Let's listen to it again. See, these brothers just be trying to make women look like.
But if you know the little small things and you say, babe, here's $500, go and get yourself some more panties.
She's calling him babe. So clearly that's a term of endearment in a relationship. He's calling her babe. She's talking about in a relationship.
Panties. How you know I need some?
Panties cost
Oh,
$500.
I checked your drawer.
That's what I be doing.
See? She said, how do you know I need some panties? She didn't go, that's right. She's like, oh, how did you know I needed panties? And then he said, I checked your drawer. This could be your husband, or definitely it's a man she lives with. Is it a dude just sitting in her house chilling while she's out? No, because that dude would be playing PlayStation and he'd be eating up all her children's cereal and he wouldn't care about her needing panties or anything else. And even if he did, he wouldn't have any money to give her, not even $5. So she's talking about a man who is decent and living with her and she's in a serious relationship. How is this misleading? And then watch. When she says he gives her the $500, she goes, wow, like it's like, whoa, thank you. She didn't go, you better. So let's listen. These brothers are so hurt that and I said hurt, they're so hurt by women that they just paint every woman as like some manipulative gold digger who wants to try to rake his pockets dry. Listen.
Just the little details. If I'm in the supermarket and I'm talking to you or you text me, hey, what are you doing? I'm in the supermarket and you send me like $500. That's like, whoa.
You heard her? And she's like, whoa. Anybody who's running game on men, they're not saying, whoa. When they see money sent to them, they're like, yeah, that's what I thought. I know. I've seen women like that. We all know they're out there. So this is not this brother. I can't look how long this is, y'all. There is no way I'm gonna read that. It's all love, Yirmiyahu, but no. So let's keep reading. These people, man, this is low budget streetwalker. Man, this low budget streetwalker is tripping. See these brothers? Sad. I feel like crying when I see black men talk like that about women. In the 20s, in the 30s, in the 40s, in the 50s, even the 60s, men were gentlemen. In even in the 80s, men wanted to give you gifts. They wanted to take you out. They wanted to show you that they could do things like that. You know? And now it's like men are just, you said she's a bad example. Well, we're not, I'm going by face value, my friend. I get what you're saying. I don't know. I don't go look her up and Google her. All I'm doing is face value, just hearing a woman say a scenario, and so many men, they don't even know her either. They're just calling her streetwalker and stuff. So I don't know. This is the road we're going down as men and women. See, I don't know her, Brother Law. I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing. You say she almost broke up T.I.'s marriage. T.I. knows how to keep a woman, and he knows how to get women. I know he had that scandal. Remember that song? You can have whatever you like. These are the men getting the women and keeping the women. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say, Brother Law, Caleb, I know Sonetter. I don't know what's going on in your lives as far as your relationship and how you interact in this scenario with Caleb and Brother Law and any other brother. But I get an idea by the women the quality of women, like you don't have to come in forking like on the picture, the icon I used. Come on, that was a joke. You don't have to come in showering her money. Like, you want some money? Like, that would turn me off if I just met a guy and he was doing that. But when you're in a relationship and your man is like, baby, go look in that room. And she comes out like, oh my God, my favorite perfume. It's not like it's one-sided, because a man knows women love to be thought of. It's not the money. It's not even just the money amount. It's that he took the time to like do this for me. Because men work hard for their money. Women work hard for their money, right? But we know in relationship, a man isn't looking at a woman and going, I wonder how much money she has. Like Kevin Samuel says, he's looking at her going, dang, her eyes are beautiful. Oh my gosh, She smells so good. Oh my gosh, I love the way she gestures with her hand, or how she moved her hair, how she raised her eyebrows. Men like the aesthetics of a woman, not just that. They love the mind. They need that intelligent woman. But we know the way men and women interact. When a man first sees a woman, he's not like, "Ooh, is she going to be able to take us out to dinner tonight?" He's thinking in his mind, "I want to be able to take her out. I'm not trying to go broke." And then I agree. Like, we're not talking about the 500 anymore. Like, if it's a brother, he works every day, he gets a paycheck every 2 weeks, and he says, I want to take her out, maybe spend like, $100, maybe 150, 200. That is, if he thinks and budgets that out, and another thing with me though, let me talk to you about me. I don't like somebody wasting money. I do not like that. I like quality stuff, but I don't like somebody wasting money. I don't want somebody just who threw a lot of money to something and it's not even good. So I like to see that a man knows how to get the best thing for the least price. And I don't mean steal or be scamming, but like, I'll be like, "Oh, wow, you did all this? How'd you get it? Like, where did it come from? Oh, don't worry about it. I got it." And so my point is, we need to stop with this whole she must be a prostitute if she wants. I need to see that. I need to see. I'm getting a text message. I was about to close it down anyway. I just think that it's sad that it's not like, don't you brothers remember? I'm trying to think of the age. That's why I stopped for a minute. Like the 80s and the 90s, where men planned dates and take you out, and here's the flowers. Oh, wait, let me get the door. Ooh, this place is nice. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. I guess men are sick of some women, not all, because all women aren't doing this. I guess men are sick of women be like, "Ew, did you have a coupon?" Like, I don't know. It's just sad that men are so upset and always asking women, "What are you bringing to the table?" And, "Oh, if she's not bringing 50-50, that's just," I'm being serious. If you're a man, you have to be a man. If you don't like women being bossy, if you don't like women trying to run you, then you're going to have to take that responsibility as a man. And taking that responsibility is being able to wine and dine. You don't have to drink alcohol, but you get what I'm saying? Not all the time. You don't have to go get evicted from your home for a woman, but choose the right woman to do that for. How about, like Brother Law said, she's not a good example. Let me put that back up there. Good. I'm glad you did say that, because I don't know her, but exactly. Don't do that for someone who's coming in. Oh God, I can't stand people like that. I'm not talking about her. I don't know her. But a woman who knows you're married, doesn't care about your life, doesn't care if you get evicted, doesn't care about anything. She just wants you to keep giving her. I'm not talking about don't do anything for those kind of women. Do something for a woman. Choose the right women. You don't have to choose a big back manatee or a baby walrus and say, "Well, at least she's good." There are good women out there who look like her, but they're a one man woman, and they don't want to just run your pockets. But don't make her feel like, "I'm not doing nothing for you unless you do something for me." It's like, and really to just think about it, a lot of men are like, "I ain't gonna give you nothing till you give me some." So how are you gonna call women prostitutes when a lot of men are out there saying, "I ain't giving you nothing till you give me some"? So you want to make her be a prostitute. It's just wild. It's just wild. We can have this conversation more. I'm getting a text message that I want to respond to. But peace, I would like to hear more from brothers about this. For me, I think women should, I think men should take care of their woman, and I think women should take care of their men. You don't have to, like the brother said, his wife doesn't work. The brother, I was reading the comment. But if your wife does work, or your girlfriend or your fiance does work, don't sit back and be like, she got it. That will make a woman turn bitter. And that's scripture. It says a woman who has to take care of her man starts to resent him. And so, I like when men, it's not how much he has, it's how much he can get. I always said, when you can hustle hard and legally, you're not some criminal, you're not stealing from people, you're not doing something illegal that's going to ruin everybody's life, but you can still hustle hard and get what you need. That's awesome. That takes a really high, on another level, high value man. So it's not always about how many zeros are on his on his bank account statement. It's, does he know how to budget? Does he know how to get it? Does he know how to save it and when to spend it? Does he know just the right thing to get, just enough to make her say, wow, he really cares about me? Because what I got from that, what she was saying is, it's not like, yeah, he gave me $500. It's like, wow, he really took the time to check my drawer and he cares about me. So that's what I have in my life. And I'm sure a lot of sisters have that in their lives. But all this stuff up there, them calling her a prostitute, was out of control. Let me see what Brother Law says. The first date shouldn't be at Nobu. Well, Brother Law, don't make me laugh. Well, Brother Law, I like your style, though. That is true. I did take a minute. It depends on the lady. I guess it would be a gamble, though. But you're right. You know what? I'm gonna take the brother's advice. I gotta take the man's advice. Yeah, the first date shouldn't be at Nobu. I laughed a little bit because from the woman's side, I'll be like, why not? But yeah, that's good advice for the brothers. The first date, don't take her out and spend like your entire half of your paycheck and half your rent. You can take her somewhere nice, and then, once you guys really, get to be close and you see that this woman would give her entire world to you, Nobu is nothing. So I like that. I laughed a little bit because I've gone to many first dates at Nobu and other places. But I'm a nice person. Guess what? I'm gonna be honest. This is a long time ago. I'm talking about decades ago. When I used to date, I'm married now, but when I used to date, even before I met Sonetter, I wasn't dating because I was married. But when I used to date, and if it was a first date, I'm not even lying, I would always offer to pay for my half on the first date. And it wasn't like, and if he says, yeah, I'll pay, I don't want to talk to him anymore. Because there was a side of me too, like, this is another conversation, another show. Sometimes you don't want him paying. If he's creepy and he's giving you that glommy vibe, like I like you so much, you don't want him paying for your food. You want to just say thank you. You want to pay, and then you want to go, because you got to be careful, ladies. A lot of times when they pay for your food, they feel like you ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a reality. Brought to mind the Diddy stream. Brother, I didn't see you with the Diddy stream, that the recap with Mel. You and your queen need to go and just listen to the recap. I tried not to jump in too much. That was a conscious choice when I had Mel Smith in. And please, guys, everybody go subscribe to Mel's channel. It's Watching the World 777 with Mel Smith. And so Mel is in the courtroom every single day with Creepy Diddy. I said it. And he's giving us all the information. So Sonetter's going to go down and meet him tomorrow at the courthouse. I just tried to, make a conscious decision to let him mostly talk, but this trial is wild. So you got to be careful, ladies and gentlemen, with the people you meet. But let's take it back. Come on, let's get back to the gentlemen and the ladies too. Let's get back to that. I know we all need to get back to it, right? So peace to you, brother-in-law. Peace to Miss Nicole, your queen. Peace and blessings, everyone in the live feed tonight and your families. Good night to you, brother-in-law. Have a beautiful night. Peace, Caleb. Yes, this is the Brothers Channel. And now I'm going to close it down. I just had that to say. It wasn't long, but it's always strong. Peace to the darkest minds of the light, and peace to the HOK family.